Number 7, in the name of Takuta Ferris.
Ai te pika tēnā rā koe, kei te Premier tuarua tēnā hoki koe. To the Acting Prime Minister, does he stand by his government's statements and policies on Te Tiriti o Waitangi?
That is the government's want to do, but given that some parties in this House believe that the Treaty of Waitangi is an evolving document, they are confusingly arguing that we should not stand by our statements.
He tā piringa aku. What examination and research, if any, has the government undertaken into the adverse effects on Māori of the legislation currently being passed under urgency?
The reality is that the legislation being passed under urgency is for everybody in this country, regardless of their gender, background, their creed, or where they came from. We treat people all the same and don't have special treatment based on ancestry, which some in this House prefer.
E tā piringa anō. Has the government applied any tiriti-based analysis on the policies currently being heard under urgency? If not, why not?
The treaty-based analysis which this government prefers was written 101 years ago by a Māori who got his law degree in the record time in this country in just 2 years flat. His name was Aprana Ngata. That's our authority. What's yours?
Order, please, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Debbie Paka.
I believe Section 112 relevancy to the question. This question wasn't about Aprana Ngata or Ngāti Porou. It is about Te Tiriti, which was written before the existence of Aprana Ngata. If we could return to the kaupapa, please.
Yes, but the question asked for what authority the government was relying on, and I think that was a reasonable answer in that regard.
That, with all due respect, again referring to 112 relevancy, there is absolutely no relevance of Tā Apranga Ngata being used in this House and being misrepresented. That was 100 years old, and we're talking about today.
Well, with respect, I think it would be odd not to accept that Sir Aprana Ngata had a reasonable degree of authority when speaking about the treaty. Takuta Ferris.
Tēnā koe te pika. How can he think it's appropriate to deliberately exclude the tiriti partner in the deliberation of legislation that will have a profound impact on the lives and well-being of whānau, tamariki, and even the mokopuna of itself?
I thank the member for acknowledging that the legislation will have a profound impact upon all the people he talked about, and a profound impact for the better, based on their genuine needs, like was announced yesterday with respect to certain rates of treatment that were targeted directly to the Māori people, in this case on the basis of need, and not some preferential basis that arises from the Beltway of Wellington or the Sociological Department of universities, with no connection with ordinary Māori.
Again, point of order, please.
Debbie Paka, a point of order.
121, personal reflections. While we understand that the Deputy Prime Minister may not reflect and even rate Māori who go to university, that is a personal reflection and doesn't address the question that was put down.
No, I don't think it constitutes a personal reflection. I've been listening very carefully to the answers because I understand some sensitivity, but I don't think that's a fair suggestion with regard to the Deputy Prime Minister's answers this afternoon.
Point of order, please. There is an offensive reference.
Is it a new point of order, or is it a continuation of the point of order?
No, it wasn't new.
Well, give it a go. It's the last day.
Oh, your generosity. Thank you, Etapika. It is the offensive reference, and certainly there is a duty of care on us if we do look at 121, and the fact that we don't want people out there thinking that there are ordinary Māori and not ordinary Māori. Every Māori matters, especially those who have opinions, and this is a personal reference. And kei te paitera is that if that is indeed the Deputy Prime Minister's views, but it isn't one that should be reflected in the House. Everyone should be treated and talked about equally.
And with... Excuse me. With all due respect, I think that if the member were to look at the Hansard responses from the Right Honourable Winston Peters, It would be hard to conclude that he was saying anything other than that. We'll move on.